Like if you wanted to be able to watch all their relevant content as it comes out, it costs you like $800 a year because of the
that's probably not even alive.
Yeah,
honestly.
because of like you got to have Netflix to watch Monday Night Raw. You got to have something like YouTube TV for $80 a month to watch SmackDown. You got to have Peacock so you can watch all of the archive stuff and watch all the special. The monthly special ones are only on Peacock.
Yeah.
Well, now ESPN has come along and said, you know what, we want a piece of that pie. How about we take over all the special once a month PLEs, the pay-per-views, and instead of giving it away for free with your Peacock subscription, now each one's going to be $28 when you want to watch the special one every month.
Well, pay-per-view back in the day, that's what it was anyways.
Yeah, it was like $59.99. You had to call
unless you had an illegal cable box.
Yeah. So, here's what's going to happen, Shane Hollister. By the way, I'm talking to Shane Hollister, professional wrestler on the independent circuit. He travels all over the place, and he's based right here in Eastern Iowa. So it's great to have him in here, and we're discussing everything wrestling. But here's what I think is going to happen, Shane.
Okay.
I think the independent scene is going to start to attract the fans that have been fans of the big product because, and I know why, because I'm getting that pull.
Yeah.
I have for the last year been following the independent. I've been following SCW on all the things, and the more I watch the clips of the matches, I'm like, you know what? It would be so cool to, one, get to know all the veterans in the sport around the area, and also, I'd love to see some 17-year-old kid come in and you start rooting for him, and all of a sudden you see him on NXT, and all of a sudden you see him on the main round. It does happen, right?
I did. What is his wrestling name right now? His real name's Ben Trims. He just debuted with his tag partner at SummerSlam.
Well, then I watched SummerSlam.
He tried to do the spear.
Was he in the ladders match?
Yes, he tried to do the spear off the ropes. I forget his wrestling name right now because I know him as his real name.
Well, who was in that match? It was Street Profits. It was, gosh, who else was in there?
It was the guy who tags. His partner has got a mask.
Oh, Dragon Lee would have had the mask, or Penta, who was in that
Penta
match?
I can't remember.
Or Ray Phoenix.
I don't know if Ray Phoenix was in that one.
Either way.
But either way, he came from Black and the Brave. And he originally was from
was
from England. That's the first student to get signed to WWE out of Black and the Brave.
And that's
huge
deal.
He moved to the States to train here. He had his visa for so long, and then he busted his butt, tried out for WWE, and got signed.
Wow! And
talk about following your dream, like leaving a whole world, moving to a whole another country. Like,
so as a fan, that intrigues me more than seeing 800 tons of pyro go off and not only the cost, because here's the thing. I'll let you in on a little secret, Shane. My wife, she doesn't really care. Like, she doesn't really watch it.
Right.
And so when you, even though I'm the king of the castle, the queen runs the show, right?
Oh, I know how that goes.
And so when the king needs to go whimpering to the queen now and go, oh, by the way, I know you're already wanted to cancel YouTube TV because all we use it for is SmackDown. We need to get, we're going to have to pay $28 a month for every PLE we watch for no additional cost on Peacock. Yeah, and so I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do, man. And there's a lot of dudes like me that are going, well, I'm going to have to pick.
Yeah, and that's, another buddy of mine who he runs a wrestling company out of Minnesota, which I'll get to that story, but I'll do it real quick as a segue. The coolest place I've ever wrestled in my entire life, my favorite venue I've ever wrestled at, was First Avenue in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where all the concert scenes from Purple Rain were filmed in. So Prince pretty much built that house.
How neat.
I walked around just marking out for the place and marking out is like it's a wrestling term for like, oh my God, I'm giddy. You're like when you meet your favorite wrestler, you're like, oh my God, I'm marking out. Like, so sometimes we used to call wrestling fans marks.
Oh,
so
that makes sense.
It's so when us as wrestlers, we do it too. It's all around. We're all big nerds. It doesn't matter. So, anyways, that was the coolest place I've ever wrestled my whole life. But my buddy runs that wrestling company called First Wrestling, and he had just put up a tweet that says, something about if wrestling is getting too expensive for you, WWE is getting too expensive for you, I promise you the independence is a great thing and it'll save you a lot more money and you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck.
And it's way more fun. And so I got to tell you, we're going tonight to the Dwarfenators.
Oh, sweet.
Did you know they were coming to town?
No, I know that they just had one. They had, what was it? I can't remember the name of it. They just had one like maybe last year, and I wanted to go.
We missed it. And this year I saw that they were coming. I told my son. So my son and my dad are going to go. So there'll be 3 generations of the Braemeyers at the Dwarfenators tonight. And what I'm going to try to do, Chris is going to go, and we're going to do like a live stream outside, like with people going into the event. And like, I want to talk to the fans, and I'm hoping the Dwarfenators see that we're doing that, and they maybe invite us in to like do some stuff with the talent.
Right.
You know,
that
like,
would be awesome.
And I got to imagine before the show, we could probably get a couple guys or gals to come chat with us for a while, and we'll just do some interviews on the street. What do you think?
I'm sure you could. Those, I mean, as wrestlers, if we look outside and we see like, I mean, there's like, that looks pretty legit. That camera looks legit. Let's go see what's going on out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so we're just going to set up on the sidewalk or in the lobby or something, and if people ask us to leave, we'll just scoot back 10 feet. You know, we'll just keep scooting back 10 feet till we find a safe landing, you know? So anyway, but what I'm saying is you are right. Your buddy's right. The independent circuit is going to see a spike, and some of these guys, some of these promotions are going to play it right, and some of them are going to play it wrong. And I think we would all have a million opinions as to what that means. But I'm excited to become a independent wrestling fan for the first time because I don't know any of you guys. I mean, hell, you're the champ.
Right.
I mean, let's put this into context, Casey.
Okay.
Shane Hollister is the SCW champ, and I happen to be a fan of professional wrestling.
Yep.
But I didn't even know that, so shame on me. And I think the indie guys are going to have a huge influx of fans come in because I'm interested, and I know there's a lot of dudes, like I said, that are.
We just are, so I'm wearing a little wristband from this called Fight Pro Wrestling. It's a buddy of mine who started a wrestling company that also helps the less fortunate, like mentally handicapped people build homes. Oh, wow. So like a lot of it is nonprofit. It goes to them. So we had his second show ever, 1,100 people there. And that was his second show.
And that's a big number for an independent show. Like 300 is a respectable number.
For SCW, for the longest time, like our highest was probably 300 until we did the Iowa City downtown block party where I couldn't see where people ended. Like there's a picture on my Facebook with my arms out and then you just can't see where people end.
That's so
cool. I was like, that's the coolest. That was like a rock star moment. I was like, that's awesome.
Wow.
But yeah, like 1,100 people for your second show ever. That's huge.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. And what better area to get into it than the home of professional wrestling where Iowa. It all started. Yeah, right here in Iowa.
We have a Hall of Fame. As you get closer to Des Moines, there is a wrestling Hall of Fame. Like there's like a whole thing of like, I'm pretty sure Greg Gagne even started out of Iowa. Like,
well, we're going to the state fair next week. By the way, Casey, I'm going to be be off next week.
Just to let you know,
I've never been to the Iowa State Fair.
Oh, really?
Never. Neither has my wife, and therefore neither have our kids. Yeah. So we just said, you know what? We're gonna go to the state fair. And now I get to say, oh, by the way, let's swing in quick to the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Do it, yeah.
I have to think of what I need to like figure out a shiny object to put in front of my wife because there's no way in hell she's gonna be like, sure, that sounds fun.
Oh yeah.
So this is Katie, by the way. I didn't introduce you. Katie also works at Treadmill Heroes. She's been shooting some of the live stream stuff, or some of the storage is full. Oh well, use your storage, will you? Anyway. I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me about the Hall of Fame.
But also, I think that
or the museum.
They do what they call the cauliflower alleys, where it's a bunch of old wrestlers go, and then they'll do like put people in the Hall of Fame, like sometimes even independent wrestlers Hall of Fames.
Really?
Yeah. CM Punk got put in the Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame before he got back on TV. Yeah. So and then the cauliflower alley.
I'm sorry. I just got to hit a button right here on the wireless mics. I think is your light blue or red?
It's blue.
Or blue? Hit the blue button so it turns green.
Okay, got it.
Okay, great.
There we go. But yeah, like the Cauliflower Alley, where it's like, I didn't even know about that, and my trainer gave me crap. He's like, "You don't know what that is?" I was like, "No, should I?" I got scared. He's like, "It's like the old timers because you get cauliflower from wrestling, so that's why they call it Cauliflower Alley." Because like back in the day, a lot of those guys, when you got in the business, people got hurt for real. She probably doesn't. You know who Hulk Hogan is, right? Who recently passed away.
Yep.
When he first got in the business, to teach him a lesson, a guy broke his leg. Like, we're gonna make this look real, and he wasn't,
like, legitimately.
Yeah, legit broke his leg to see if he'd come back.
Yeah, you tough enough to
They
make this
beat
business?
the crap out of you back in the day to see if you'd keep coming back. Because it's nuts. Like, it was wild. Like, they wanted to protect the business so much that if you got in and they didn't think that you were anything, they'd just hurt you for real.
Oh my.
That's wild, right?
Okay,
Wow.
then. Yeah.
But yeah, there's like, out of Iowa, it's like huge here. I mean, obviously we have one of the best like collegiate wrestling ever at the Hawkeyes, so like it's a huge deal with the real wrestling.
Who right now is Shane Hollister feuding with?
I am in a feud with John Barnhart, and he has a group called Animosity, and he jumped me after to get away from Eric again. I said, if I beat you. This was the last story. So we still ran with that story with Eric and me. It was the ending of it. And there's a good promo between me and him. I said, what are you willing to sacrifice? And he's like, anything. I was like, anything? How about when I beat you, your group's done?
I saw this promo. You cut a promo on this on Instagram,
Yes,
right? You guys
yes.
are back in the locker room?
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, so go on.
So when I beat him, the crowd goes nuts because they can't stand the Chosen. They hate him, right? That's the whole story. So when I'm done, I'm grabbing a microphone. A guy comes out, jumps me, beats me up with a chair, hits me with this move on the chair, and I tried to make it look good for him, and I landed right on top of my head, so that was cool. But so that's who I'm in a program with right now is John Barnhart with Mark Storm, who's been around for a long time. He's been a mouthpiece. He's been like what you call the manager. He's always been a great heel. He really can pull people in. Like, we really want to see this man get his head kicked in. Like, we want to pay money to see that happen. So, and then they're one of the new students where she's newer, what we call green, Kiara, and she's still really, really new, but she's got the whole world of potential in front of her.
Really?
Yeah. So, like, it's cool to go and program with these people, and I've known John for a long time, and, like, I remember when he broke in, he was super nervous the first time we worked together, which is always hilarious to me, by the way. These students, like, it's like when they come out of Black and the Brave, like, hey, get in the ring with Uncle Shug.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. And I'm like, and then they're all like, I'm like, dude, it's okay. I promise. It's going to be okay.
Okay, so I have like a random question.
Yeah.
I don't know the logistics of this, but like, have you ever has something ever become real for you?
Yeah, I have a steel plate and 10 screws in my left leg. I have a scar to show you. Yep. I was thrown over the top rope to the floor, snapped my tibia and fibia.
Oh, not even at the ankle, like
No,
at the
it was
leg
up
bone?
It was up here.
Your bottom of your leg bone just snapped and your foot went sideways?
The whole thing went like this. And a girl stood up in front row, and I'm trying to say, hey, I'm hurt for real. I'm freaking out.
Oh my.
And what happened was when I landed, I hit my head at the same time, but when I went to stand up,
Couldn't stand.
no.
So was that just an accident?
Freak accident. Yeah.
Okay, so that wasn't something that
Someone
was
wasn't, like,
malicious.
going for you.
No, nobody wasn't trying. I mean, nobody in this business right now, it's very rare
For that to
that for
actually
somebody
happen.
to try to hurt you, because that's the whole thing is like, I take pride in not hurting people.
Yeah.
Well, I think what Casey was asking, have you ever like gotten in a real fight,
Like, have you- has,
like
like, a
in the
tiff
in the
ever
back?
I
become-
actually
you
just
know?
told this story yesterday when I was down at the school hanging out. Some people
Is this a podcast exclusive?
yeah, well, yeah.
Okay,
I don't think I've ever told this story.
Oh, we need to have like a bam bam bam. We need to have some- Okay, give us.
So I was working for this company that was very prestigious once upon a time, but when I started working for him, not so much. John Moxley actually worked for him before he was Dean Ambrose. Me and Mox were on shows together.
Well known guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he wrestles under John Mox in AEW, so he's on TV every week. But me and John were on these shows wrestling in front of 25 people. And then like this, I mean, is another thing that I'm going to tell you. When they're like, is this strikes real? I'm like, most of the time they are. Here's how I can say this. I can hit you really, really hard in a safe place.
Oh, good. Okay.
So you've learned that when you break in, but like this guy was just taking liberties with me. I'm like, dude, we're in front of 25 people. Like, I'm like, hey, lighten up. And he keeps hitting me. He gave me an opening, and I threw one as hard as I could in the safe spot, but he wasn't ready. So he bit his own tongue, bit his lip, and I looked at him and I go, are we going to work together or do you want to fight? He didn't touch me the rest of the match.
I'll give you a wrestling term. That's called giving someone a receipt.
Yep.
A receipt.
A receipt. It's
Like,
almost
hey,
like a retaliation. It's like
you hit me. Oh,
yeah.
here's your yellow copy.
Here's
you
your
can keep
receipt.
that.
Yeah, bang! It's coming right back at. So if you give
Okay,
someone a
okay.
receipt, that means you popped them a good one.
Oh man, that reminds
because they
me.
had it coming.
That reminds me of a story of like Steve Austin's. You ever heard his? The Big Boss Man one.
You know what? Casey has it.
I definitely
Okay,
have
so
it.
Big Boss Man is really putting the whooping on Steve Austin. And Steve Austin's kind of the guy right now, right? So you're like, you're beating the crap out of the star of the company. For one, that's a little weird. For two, the referee is egging on and laughing at Steve. So he's making it worse. He tells Big Boss Man, hey, hit the ropes, watch the clothesline, which means watch, I'm going to do this to you. This is what we
Okay.
say, watch. Instead of clotheslining him, he balls his forearm up and clubs him right in the forehead. And he knocked him stiff. Like, he was like, oh, yeah, he was seeing stars, I'm sure.
Oh, no.
So that was a receipt for him beating the crap out of him the whole time. It happens because it's nowadays, it's so rare. I mean, I've gotten clipped with some good stuff, but I'm like, you know what, there's one coming, you know. It's like, I like to work snug, as I say, like you'll learn that too. Snug is a little stiff, tight. Like, I mean, my strikes are there. Like, you're going to feel it a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that was the only time it kind of got real. I have never in a situation where it was like a full blown, like, all right, we're going to go outside.
Fight.
We're
Like,
going to go
let's go.
outside, not in front of these fans. Like, you know, it's rare for something like that to happen nowadays because nobody wants to get hurt for real anyways.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the one time I did try to hurt Colby because he was making me mad. Because I was like, I can tap you out, dude. He was like, no, you can't. I said, you want to bet? I actually wrestled, dude. I wrestled for junior high school. I wrestled high school. I'm going to take you down. I don't care how tall you are. You're going to be a sucker for an ankle pick. And he goes, I'm not doing that. And I go, okay. I get there. It was in Chicago. It's a funny story. I told him, I was like, get in the ring. He goes, for what? I said, I'm going to tap you out in front of everyone. He goes, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting hurt. And I go, that's what would happen. I would hurt you. And my buddy Jimmy Jacobs is like egging it on. He's like loving it. And him and Colby are buddies too. He's like, yeah, I want to see this. Because like Jimmy's like my height. He's like, I want to see this happen to him.
So right now, when can somebody come see you wrestle? When's your next event?
Oh, my next event is this weekend, this Saturday, which is, what's the date? The 9th.
Tomorrow.
And yes, tomorrow. We're going to be at the Bluegrass Community Center. And the show will start at 6 p.m.
I had to move heaven and earth to get to go to Dwarfenators, and now
Dude, don't worry about it.
now
It's okay.
But I want now. I
Go
wanna
go
see
to
the
that
champ.
because that's rare. You're not going to see a show like that.
Yeah, but we're so close now. Like you could hand me the mask after you come out to the ring. Like
I would trust you not run off with it.
No, I'd be like the mask holder. Yeah, I could put it like in a briefcase and lock it. And
Even one of the students was bringing it back to the locker room and dropped it. I was like, you guys ever do that again, you're going to pay for it. I'm like, be safe with it. It's not cheap.
so, Bluegrass Community Center, one night only, Saturday, August 9th.
Well, it's not the one night only, but we'll be there again.
Yeah, but it'll only happen one time on Saturday. Yeah, and so who you wrestling?
I'm in a tag match with the guy I'm in the program with because we're already announced that we're going into anniversary, which is the September 6th. That's our anniversary. And if I'm not mistaken, it's our 22nd anniversary. If I'm not, I don't know. I'm doing math terribly. I can't even think right now. But we're going into that, and it's going to be title versus title because he is what they call the Iowa State champion, and I'm the SCW Pro champion, and whoever wins is going to have 2 belts. So that's the deal. But going into this match, I had to pick a tag partner, and he has to pick a tag partner. I already announced mine. It's Corn Boy, and he has not announced his yet. And I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even spill the beans because I can't even think who it is right now. So I can't even give you the truth right now. I don't even know.
It's tomorrow, and you don't know.
Nope, won't know. I mean, I can't. I mean, if I looked, I could probably find out, but I'll just put it together tomorrow.
Surprise.
You know?
Well, I hope you know what I would love for you to do is nominate one or two of your buddies or pals to come on here. Like, who do you think we should hang out with?
I feel like if you met Crotch, Matt Mayday, you could bring him in, would be great. I mean, even Merrick Brave, who runs SCW, this guy, I mean, he's also the head trainer at Black and the Brave. He's a great guy who'd running a company, running the wrestling school.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be a great guy to come in.
You think you could tee that up for me?
Yeah,
Because
I
I
could
mean,
try.
if my dumbass walked in there, he'd be like, "Sir, you would,"
especially if they're in the middle of training. Because by the way,
do fans pop in
all the time?
Really?
They think they can just walk in, and it doesn't help that Becky and Colby have their belts just hanging on the wall, and it's all glass. You can just walk up and like, "What's that?" Those are WWE championships.
Have you been by their place? It's
No.
right down in downtown Davenport, and there's a giant WWE wrestling ring right in the front window.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you're a fan of wrestling, like, that's like moths to a flame.
Oh.
I've never walked in because you can clearly tell that's not that these guys are in their training. It's a gym. You know, you wouldn't just walk into a gym and start looking around, without a membership. Like, it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, I bet you guys have a lot of
dude,
fans.
it's like not
popping
only
in
that,
and
like
out.
it's downtown Davenport, so
Yeah.
like homeless people just like, hey, what's going on in here? I'm like, you
no.
cannot be in here. You have to go outside. Like, and then across the street, it's like I don't know if it's like there's constantly cops and. It's funny because one of my students is now a cop. So like sometimes he'll just be outside like, yeah, there's some stupid stuff going on across the street. I'm like, that's hilarious.
Well, yeah. Let's talk to your buddies.
Yeah, man. I'll put
that'll be
them,
fun.
I was talking to Matt yesterday about doing this podcast with you because I was down at the school and he was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, yeah, man. Like when I'm done, maybe I'll say something about you. And it's funny because we were just talking about it yesterday.
I love this.
So
I love the whole, and Casey knows how giddy I am about this because I don't know any of you guys.
Right.
And so I was just telling Casey this whole deal where I have decided to become a sports fan. I'm not a sports fan. I never have.
Me neither.
Okay, well,
To be
because
honest,
we're
I don't
wrestling
watch it.
guys.
I don't.
We're wrestling guys,
Yeah.
right? And so I was watching Raw while other guys were watching Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it was. So anyway, I now have been doing these live streams where I've been talking to like different football programs, and I'm getting to know a lot of the sports figureheads from around the Quad Cities, and I'm able to become a fan in real time.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Because like I might talk to this prestigious coach, which I did last weekend. Everyone in Bettendorf worships the ground he walks on, where me, I'm just like, who are you again? Let's get to know you. And then by the end of the conversation, I'm a huge fan. Just like what's happened here now. Like,
Right.
I know, like, Casey she's a fan of her first wrestler, and I'm a fan. I'm a fan of my first independent wrestler. And so my point of this is, since I'm not a fan of the independent scene, I have never been, but
Right.
I want to become. I get to sit down with you guys, and my conversation isn't clouded by fandom because
you don't really know who we are.
I don't know. I know you're somebody, and make me be a fan in real time, and it's such a beautiful thing, and that's what's happened today.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I always like mess with people. I'm like, hey, you can Google me, and they're like, and then one time I was not gonna lie, I was flirting with a lady. And she goes,
One time?
Well,
Only one time?
But that was the one time I pulled that out, trying to like, you can Google me.
Yeah.
And she really did. She was like, why do you come off super famous? I was like, that's just a bunch of stuff I did when I was in my late 20s and early 20s.
Yeah.
Don't travel as much. I mean, I've wrestled in Canada. I mean, I've been all over the Midwest, like I said. Wrestled in Florida a few times on the East Coast as well for CZW. I did Best of the Best that year, which was a prestigious tournament. And then Tommy End was in it, who is now Aleister Black in WWE.
Also a guy that's made it, and fresh guy too. Like
Yeah.
he's he could go for a while.
Oh yeah. Me and Tommy, we bonded. By the way, if anybody really messed with Tommy in WWE, he'd probably, besides Brock Lesnar, he'd probably kick the crap out of everyone.
Is he just a rabid dog?
He's been training martial arts since he was like 8.
Oh, so he could
He's
just
trained
he could
kickboxing.
just pick you
like,
apart.
I remember in our match, he threw a kick by like most of us will throw a kick and throw all of our weight, like you'll see guys do in MMA. He was just snapping from the knee, and when he was landing, it was louder than most guys throwing all of their body weight behind a kick, and it's loud.
And so Alistair Black is right. Is who we're talking about. So he's one of those guys that Winston, my son, who's 9, we watch wrestling all the time. Him and I immediately became interested in that character.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately, just a couple weeks back, like immediately interested.
He has one of the coolest entrances too, and I was so pumped when he got signed. I was like, "Oh, Tommy's such a great dude. He's a sweetheart." Like, but I wouldn't want to be on his bad side. That's for sure.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
After you get done doing a performance or a show, and then you go back to your regular life, right? As an independent wrestler, you have a regular life. You have to live.
Yeah.
Do you get down? Is there like a dopamine drop?
Dude, it's funny you bring that up because I've never really talked about it, but yes, it's huge. Like, it's like, oh, back to regular life. But like, it was different when I was a part of the school because I was like, all right, at least I'm still around the wrestling ring, you know? But like, I have like buddies who are like, dude, I don't miss it when I walk away. I'm like, dude, I miss it. I haven't wrestled in 2 weeks, and I'm like getting like, you know. So I mean, that was the first person. You're the first one who's ever asked me that, and it is huge.
Yeah, because you're no different than anybody. You've got responsibilities, obligations, struggles, successes, and you got to juggle all that stuff while while you're still got to
going back to the shoot job.
Yeah.
How often do you wrestle?
But there for a while, I was wrestling a lot. Like, when I first broke in, it was almost every weekend, and then sometimes it was 3 times a weekend. So it was a lot when I first started, and then recently I started picking back up and doing more. But then, like, I've had these 2 weekends not wrestling. I'm just like, oh, come on, I need this. It's like a drug. I mean,
I watched him enough to know that.
So when you perform in front of people, there's nothing. I mean, I've stolen the line from Point Break, one of my favorite movies. You can't jab a vein for it, can't do this. And it's like it's the ultimate. I'm like, it is. Like, there's nothing like that feeling of like being like, I got him in the palm of my hand. They're like going crazy right now because I put this masterpiece together.
Isn't that an undescribable high? When you can have the entire focus of the crowd on you, and then you execute what you wanted to execute well, and when you come off of that, no wonder these rock stars are drug addicts because you can't possibly survive drop from the high of being on stage. So these people that perform in front of big crowds, they naturally get a drug addiction because they can't sustain the drop off when you get off the stage
or when you get off.
And they need to maintain that high, otherwise you're on such a right.
So when you go down the rabbit hole, when you go down the history, the 80s was, I mean, obviously it was all excess. You know what I mean? Like, it was everything. You know, cocaine was huge.
Oh yeah.
So pro wrestlers were no different. They were, especially when, because of like the rock and wrestling connection, which was the first WrestleMania with Cyndi Lauper, Alice Cooper, like all these people. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne was at the first one. Like, it's huge. So they were no different from rock stars. Like, you watch Jake the Snake's like resurrection of Jake the Snake and how easy it was to just fall right back into that as like 80s hair metal guys did. It's like it's drugs, alcohol. Then we have to take sleeping pills to come off of that, and then we have to get up and do cocaine and do steroids and go to the gym and then have a wrestling show. They didn't have days off in the 80s. Like, these guys were wrestling, and like their families, they sacrificed everything. So then, like, you hear about these guys that were big stars in the 80s, and they're all dropping off because they were burning the candle at both ends, you know? And, like, he's not far off. Like, I mean, even on the independents, it's tough. Yeah. But, like, a lot of everyone, like, nowadays, even the new students, like, you want to go out and have a few drinks? No, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go get dinner and go home. I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
Probably smart. Yeah.
Good for you.
Do that.
Yeah, well, good. It's great to hear you kind of open up and talk about that because, that takes a lot of emotional management to navigate that.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, I mean, yeah, because there's times definitely like I wrestle like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I come home and I'm like, yeah, I'm sore, but it's not just, it's more here that's damaged than my body, because like my brain is just like, oh, back to regular life, which is not like it's bad, but like when you're feeling like a rock star and you're like, all right, man, I have this whole, like everybody, it's like, you know, when you start to have that feeling, it's just you can't describe it. It's like a drug, and then when you come down off it, you're like, ugh. So yeah, you being the first one to ask me about that dopamine drop, it's huge. For me it is. There's a lot of guys who just like snap right back out of it as soon as they're done. You know, as soon as they walk through the curtain, they're like, oh, I'm done. It's good. I'm fine. Yeah, like I can't do that.
I think that would be a hard transition. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. Like it's tough for me. Like I mean, it's Shane Hollister is such a huge part of who I am. You know, that is my real first name. So like,
Casey had a question. Casey had a theory. Go ahead, tell him your theory.
I was just Hollister, you know, being
I can't wait to tell you this story.
A millennial who like loved Hollister and walked past the male models standing outside. I just didn't know.
Is she
if-
close?
Oh, she's dead on.
Oh.
So hang on, I'll tell you the story.
Yes.
And I could not come up with a wrestling name for my life. So the story is, rest his soul, Jim Jesus was a huge radio personality in Chicago. He used to help run AAW, which was my trainer's company in Chicago. They're gonna have me debut. And they're like, Danny's like, I want you to use your real first name. And I was like, why? He's like, because I like it, but I don't like your last name. It's like, okay. And then Merrick Brave's giving me crap. He's like, Shane Squirtle. I'm like, no, what?
Oh my God.
I was like, what? No. And he kept saying the dumbest names. And there just so happened to be a wrestler who broke in a little bit before me, the same time that Colby and Nick did. Merrick Brave, Seth Rollins, Tyler Black broke in before me, and his name was Josh Abercrombie. So, Jim's walking by. Yes, Jim's walking by, and Danny's like, "Give this kid a last name," and I'm like, "Oh, here we go." I mean, his radio personality is Jim Jesus. What is he gonna come up with? This is what's going through my head. And he goes, "So we got Josh Abercrombie. What's that other store kids shop at?" And I didn't, because I was like a scene kid.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm at like Spencer's and Hollister. Or
Yeah,
like
you were
Hot Topic. You know what I
you
mean?
were-
I'm
you
like,
were a goth kid.
I wasn't
Yeah.
like, I was like the scene. I had like the long bangs that I could put in my mouth. Like I was the emo kid. Who
You
could
were
do
the
this.
goth.
I could do
Oh,
that with
yeah.
my hair. Like, so I'm sitting there, and he's like, "What's that other kids like store that kids shop at?" And I go, "Hollister," and he goes,
That's it.
"Been stuck with it since."
Well, you could have ended up being Shane Gadzooks.
Shane Squirtle. I mean, Danny'd be like, "Yep, I'm making you
That's
use that
great.
name."
I love that it's from the store. That makes it so
you
much
nailed it.
better.
Yeah,
Oh.
you were right. You were right. It wasn't far off, but it wasn't my choice.
Well, he was asking. I was like Hollister, Hollister cheese.
That's great.
Yep, got
Hey,
stuck with it.
I have a new T-shirt guy that's coming on board.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be helping us out with the show and everything. Phenomenal guy. I'm going to have him design a T-shirt for you.
Oh, awesome.
And then if you want to adapt it, and I could now sell it on my site, and I'll give you a little tickle of everyone sold.
I'm in.
Right?
I don't
And-
even have to do anything. I'm
and-
like, yeah, I like that.
And you know what? If all goes well, I'll give you a free one that you can wear to the
Ooh.
ring.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, you can only buy this at this website.
Yeah. Yeah.
Force the fans to go there. Yeah.
So we'll see if we could work something out like that. Wouldn't that be fun?
It'd
Like
be awesome.
you need do you have a T-shirt?
I have I've not had one in a long time. I used to have a T-shirt of like, I do this thing called the Shug Step because my nickname is Shug, which actually came from Colby. And that I'll narrow that down too, because everyone, you'll walk around and you even hear fans like, "What's up, Shug?" They don't even call me Shane. So it originated from high school because I used to be a big flirt. And not much has changed, to be honest with you, but they used to call me Sugar Shane, and then it was just Sugar, and then it was just shortened to Shug. So that's where
That
that
makes
came
sense.
from. And then it stuck, even with wrestling. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't just name me Shug Hollister instead of Shane Hollister.
Okay.
Yeah.
I already have the shirt. I already have the shirt idea. You want to hear the shirt idea?
Let's hear it.
Okay, picture this. It's obviously the perfect stretchy material T-shirt that you want, right? But it is in the essence of a old Hollister print. Like it looks like a 2000s Hollister design.
Nice.
And imagine a big surfboard, but Shane Hollister in his devil mask cutting through the surfboard with a chainsaw.
Yes.
So you're basically
Yes.
cutting through the Hollister surfboard design, and then it says Shane Hollister, and then we could come up with like a cool tagline like "Do not shop here" or something. I don't know. We could come up with something kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, and you probably have.
I'm in because that's a perfect segue with the chainsaw. I'm a huge horror movie nerd. Like it's like you almost read my mind as a chainsaw. Yes.
I'll give you an exclusive. Do you know? Since you're a horror movie guy, like, did you ever see the movie A Quiet Place?
Yes.
Okay, so
written by two guys out of Bettendorf, Iowa.
Right. Well, Scott Beck is good pals. Scott and his wife are good pals with me and my wife.
Oh,
and
wow.
I just saw him at the playground the other day, and I was like, "Are you going to come on my show?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll come over to Wilton." So he said he's going to drive his Aston Martin over here to Wilton.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to sit here in the chair. And so here's the thing. I haven't seen the damn movie, so because I'm terrified of scary movies.
Oh no!
So I've never seen any of his movies because I'm scared of movies. I'm such a puss.
Man, dude.
So I have to watch this movie.
That one is
before he comes in.
To be honest with you, that is a different kind of scary. Like it's jump scares, but also the fact of like how psychologically messed up it is that you can't even talk to your kids. They have to learn sign. They have to teach their kids sign because
how do I watch this movie and feel safe? Like it has to be during the day.
What I used to do as a kid, it was like pillow up to my face.
Right through your fingers.
No.
You know what we'll do?
And daylight's up. Yeah.
I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna live stream it from here. We'll watch it here.
Awesome.
And we'll do a live reaction. And then right after that we can have Scott come in, so we can maybe.
Right. Oh,
then he's
we'll
gonna be like,
right before.
"Why would you write a movie like that?"
Like I'll be all hopped up, be like, I can't breathe. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do a watch party before Scott gets here.
And now they have multiple sequels, and they even had a prequel with the guy who is now Johnny Storm, who was in the prequel. He was Eddie in Stranger Things. I don't know if you watch Stranger Things.
Oh, every episode, brother.
Well, you can watch that. That's kind of scary.
Oh yeah, I can do a. Oh, I love me some Stranger Things.
All right, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
I mean, most people can't watch that with like
fine.
the Demogorgon and stuff. People are like,
No.
my son was terrified when he saw that.
Now
thing.
I will
watch
say.
it at night. No.
Yeah, I will say that series did a great job of putting people on the drip. They didn't fire hose people right away.
Right.
Because what you saw later in the series, man, that's too hard. That's too big of a bite.
Right, yeah.
You know,
because
initially.
Initially when you're watching it, because I won't go down the rabbit hole of is like I'm really into like hearing conspiracy theories, especially when it comes to the government.
no.
And when you first watch this trailer, you're like, this is some weird government cover-up stuff. I'm like, I'm ready to watch this. I bet it's about some aliens. I was way off.
Dude,
You said conspiracy.
The girls. Oh my
to
god.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yes, we won't even talk about that today because the girls in their head just went, "Oh my God, this is going to go 6 hours now." So we won't even
go there.
do that.
But initially, that's what the trailer was. If you watched it, the original trailer, you didn't know what the hell was happening, but you knew something was off.
Oh, we're doing a watch party. You should come back for it.
Dude, I'm down.
We can't
wait.
do it without.
Yeah,
we can't do it now without Shane.
So you've never been, since you've never watched any. Have you been to his last picture house, like their last picture house?
A bunch of times.
Yeah?
It's beautiful.
I love it,
rented
dude.
the roof for a family reunion.
Oh, really?
Yes, and we had the whole place to ourselves. They played Goonies. They had the bar open.
That's
And it was
awesome.
just our family up there, and it was a beautiful.
Have you been
summer
there?
night.
I have not.
So-
He says to go there all the
So
time.
It's amazing.
When they do the rooftop ones, they'll have a special drink just for the rooftop ones. And I was there for the Lost Boys one because I'm such a huge nerd for. And Lost Boys, did you watch Lost Boys?
Yes, I've seen Lost Boys.
That's kind of scary though.
Yep, I've seen
All right,
Lost
so
Boys, yep.
but there was like all these damn vampires was the drink, and I was like, I was marking out for it. I was like, again, marking out like, oh, I'm such a nerd because I love Lost Boys. One of my favorite movies.
Well,
I have Lost Boy tattooed on my head. You just can't see it.
We do you really?
Yeah.
I didn't want to skim past. I was like, wait a minute. You have Lost Boys tattooed on
Lost
your head.
Boy tattooed on my head. And then I always forget until like the hairdresser's like, "Oh, you have a tattoo on your head." Oh yeah, I forgot.
So that one's not fresh.
No, it was like my son was just a baby. He's about to be 11 now. So
What
that's my last
what
tattoo.
jail were you in when you
No,
got
it
that
wasn't.
one?
I was with.
It seems like a jailhouse.
I was
tat.
with his mother, and I was trying to up her because she fell asleep, getting her sleeve done. She's like, I was like, I'll get mine on my head, whatever.
Oh, that's
I did
great.
not fall asleep
Oh,
at all. It wasn't. it wasn't like it hurt, but like your teeth are chattering, and then my right leg kept doing this, and I couldn't control it. I was like, I don't know what you're doing, dude. I don't know why I can't control that. But
the hardest thing moving forward is going to be figuring out what we're going to talk about next time you come here. Because what are we going to pick? I feel like we have a whole bucket of topics.
We've kind of skimmed on wrestling. I mean, I have a lot more stories there.
Oh, we're gonna get to all those, but we don't have unlimited data.
Right.
We're paying by the minute here. But I'm now a fan of Shane Hollister, and I'm gonna put Casey on the spot. Casey,
Google.
are you a fan of Shane Hollister?
Yeah.
And now she can go Google me, and then she's
I
like,
would say I'll probably social stalk real quick, and
Will you at least give Shane Hollister a follow on Instagram?
yeah, I might actually like his videos.
Oh yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
you knew that was coming. She was already like,
Yeah, look, Casey's cutting a promo.
Yeah,
now.
she got
Casey's
you, man.
Cutting promos on me. All right, listen, Shane Hollister, you will be back
Yes.
right here on Joe Braymeyer Presents, powered by your friends at Treadmill Heroes. I can't wait. I can't wait for round 2. And go see Shane wrestle at the Bluegrass Community Center tomorrow night.
Yep.
Saturday night.
Starts at
Bluegrass.
6 p.m. It's early, so when the show's over, you can still take the kids home and go have a good time.
Are you the main event?
I am not the main event tomorrow.
Probably up there, though.
I'm gonna spill the beans here. I'm trying to hurry up and get out of there. I'm going to see Ice Nine Kills and Dayseeker at Rust Belt. I don't know if you guys know who Ice Nine Kills is. Ice Nine Kills is a metalcore band, but they write songs about horror movies, and their stage set is awesome. Like one of the first songs they do is what is it? What is it called? But it's about Resident Evil, and they have zombies walking on stage. Like, it's rad. And then they wrote one about Michael Myers. They wrote one about Jason. Thank God it's Friday.
So, dude,
Like-
this guy is an indie wrestler through and through. He's got Lost Boy tattooed on his head. He's going to show up to a wrestling match. You're going to do your match, probably kick it off early, and then you're going to bail so you can go to a heavy metal concert.
Yep.
That's like indie wrestling to its
I'm
core.
probably not even going to take off, like, what I wrestle in is
Just leave your
mostly,
gear on.
most of it's regular clothes anyway, so I'm just like, hey, bye, everybody.
Oh, that's great. Well, then get there early.
Yeah.
So catch Shane Hollister, and I bet you he'll autograph something for you. If
I
you
have
mention
8x10s.
you saw him on the show. Oh, you got 8x10.
Yes, I do.
So buy an 8x10. Tell him you saw him on the show. And I can't wait to have you come back. Seriously, that's
Yeah,
not feel-good talk. I'm not like, you're not going to leave and I'm going to eye roll. I'm going to look at Casey and be like, dude, we got to get Shane back in here.
Man, I have so many more wrestling stories to tell you.
All right, we're gonna do it, but we're gonna cut this because we got to get ready to head to Dwarfenators, and I hope somebody invites us in. That sure would be cool. That's Casey Robeson. Follow her, but she will not follow you back. Shane Hollister, the champ, is getting out of here, and I'm Joe Braymeyer for what it's worth. So, you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you at Dwarfenators Live coming up here in just a couple hours.